Curious and Dream. Curious has played 5 times. Dream doing very well in the GSL. Knocked out early of the Star League, but hasn't been fielded that much in Pro League. Only 2 times. So very few opportunities to play. But I'd still say that most people would regard him as the favorite, especially based on his performance in the GSL group in this very matchup.
Yeah, I think he got out 4-0, if I'm not mistaken, out of that GSL group, all against Zergs. I know he 2-0'd Dark, his teammate. I forget the other Zerg that he did 2-0. It was either Lucera or this guy.
It was Lucera.
Yeah, so as you guys can see, Dream does get the 7-0 votes in his favor. He's looking ready to go here. I mean, I think the reason we don't see Dream all that much in Pro League is just that there are so many other players that they can send out, and Dream wasn't showing the results. But now that he has, he gets his chance, and here he is. He's ready to prove himself. So we'll see if he can take the game here against Curious, or will Afreeca, on the backs of Curious, go to that 3-1 and end the series. Up here in the top left, in the orange, it is Dream from SK Telecom T1.
Very vocal fans for this guy. But his opponent to the bottom right, in purple, it is Curious. Been a Startail player for almost his entire career. When Startail became Spenu, he stayed, and when Spenu became Afreeca Freaks, he stayed. But a lot of people don't know it was actually originally an incredible Miracle player. And was overshadowed by Nest-T and even the likes of Horror back in the day. Horror actually still playing Legacy of the Void currently. Not fielded very often for MVP, but sometimes does make it out. But Curious became the anchor player for Startail, ST, and was used in GSTL. He has a ton of Team League experience. And the thing about Curious is he's never insanely dominant. It's never like, oh my god, Curious, like no one could stop him. Not since like a long time ago in the GSTL. But he's still always so relevant. He always makes Code S, like every single time. Yeah. He makes it to the round of 16, oftentimes, sometimes even the round of 8. He's fielded consistently by Spenu, Freaks, Startail in the past. He gets wins, he gets results, and it's scary to think that maybe on this map that he's played so well in the past, King Sejong Station, he could close this series out versus Dream. Yeah,
I mean, there's definitely a chance for sure, but got to give it to Dream as the favorite here in the matchup for sure. The last time we did see this map, in fact, it was TY versus Bill, another TVZ. We did see that air mech style. Now, Dream doesn't strike me as the type of Terran to do that against Zerg. He never was a guy who wanted to go mech against Zerg. He would do it very rarely, and he was mostly just that bio guy. I think that's what we'll see here, just like standard TVZ, no craziness.
Curious is also really good versus mech. Something that everybody knows, right? So I have to agree with you 100%. I think it's very unlikely we'll see that. He also showed us in his all-Zerg group where he went 4-0, showed 4 matches versus Zerg, that he did not play that style a single time. Obviously, this map wasn't in that pool, but still not showing us anything like that. Mixing some Liberators in. Gonna maybe try to grab a drone here. Curious making a big swell. Lings will push this Reaper away. And looks like actually not a single kill on that Reaper.
Yeah, not a single one. He had a really nice timing on the drone popping out of the larva egg there. But still, not a single kill. Just putting on that aggression. Curious making the extra 2 Lings to help in the defense. And I wonder what it is going to be here as the follow-up from Dream. It looks like possible Banshees back at home. A very quick factory into a tech lab coming out of that factory and a starport. Of course, it could be tank evacs.
Yeah.
It could just make a tank and make a medevac and go for drops like that.
Both are possible. I think Dream has been favoring the tank evac a little bit more. Makes a Widowmine first, actually, though, so the tech lab kind of having no use currently back at that expansion. Still a lot of aggression coming out of this Reaper, even trying to kill that building tumor. He does fail to do so. Yeah. First medevac is on the way, and he may just go for Widowmines with Marines into a tank coming out for maybe later harass or just defense of his own base.
Yeah, could also swap the barracks there, get out a faster stim if he wants to go down that route. You know, get out the tech lab, and then eventually swap it out there when you can. You can still make the Widow Mines, of course, out of the tech lab, but it looks like he is going to make that tank. Going to wait on the stim here.
Yeah, here comes the medevac, so it's going to be that Marine Widow Mine, which we saw him do versus Lucira. A surprise, Lucira caught him a bit off guard and kind of won a game from it. He hit it at the third base. And in this game, obviously the third base is pretty exposed. There's no creep over there yet. I think he wants to show this first at the natural. He will back off once you see the queens. He's trying to force more lings to be used here. He's going to get a positive trade versus them as best as he can at that third base, even bringing the Reaper over for a little bit of extra damage. And this is not designed to kill. This is not designed to do massive damage. It's trying to get a tempo advantage. Look at this Widow Mine positioning here, forcing a retreat. And back at home, he is doing that switch with the tech lab to grab the stim, as you were mentioning before. And here comes over the tank. This is just like what he did versus Lucira in the GSL. Very, very similar style. And with double medevacs, this becomes a lot more powerful because you have double healing on this Bioforce.
And I'm not sure if this is a mistake, but there's an SCV in one of those medevacs, in the one that he just did load up. So I suppose he could repair, you know?
Little known fact, actually, if you put SCVs on auto repair, and there's an SCV in the same medevac as a tank, it will repair the tank. So, I mean, it could be intentional. He may even turret push with it. So
he's going to make a bunker. He's going to make a bunker, and it'll be there for repair. That's really cool, man. And on this map, you know, I love the fact that Curious did break down these back rocks very, very fast. It's very important to hold these kinds of plays.
Oh, the Widow Mine. Oh, my God. Picks up the tank and saves it. The Widow Mine hits the lings. The bunker's almost done.
Bunker's almost done, but look at how many queens are down here. He is going to finally force this back. Really nice micro out of Dream, but nice defense, too, and foresight out of Curious. You know, break down the rocks, make the extra queens, prepare for this. Now, this isn't done. It looks like Dream wants to do a little bit of harass with the tank evac, as is the custom, of course. As long as it is alive and there's no good answer, you still can go for this. So
for those of you guys, I know there's a lot of people actually, I know you guys exist because you tweet at me and I know you're out there, but there's a lot of people that just watch Pro League. There's Pro League fans. They don't play Starcraft. They'll even watch other tournaments, like Pro League is their tournament. So shout outs to you guys. But when you think about this, these maps are not on the ladder. Like, they are, the only practice available for these is custom games. So for Curious to have the foresight to break these rocks down as early as he did versus Dream means he studied Dream so hardcore on his style on other maps, like especially the GSL. And remember, Dream hasn't played very many games in Pro League. He studied this hard enough to know that this was a possibility. He knows the map well enough. His teammates have thought of this strategy, and he dealt with it really hard. And he nearly still took a ton of damage there. He took some damage, but it was almost like overwhelming. He stopped the bunker from going up. So very impressive by Curious's I'm very impressed by Curious's preparation going into this one best of one.
And that's the thing about a guy who's going to be around for a super long time like this, even if he's not getting the huge wins. It's just consistency, and this is how you stay consistent, doing the little things, stay in every game like this. The small defenses that keep you in a game even if you're behind. And it looks like now he's got to continue with the defense. He has nice creep spread over there. Tons of tumors are going to go down here as the scan goes down.
Finally gets that extractor as well as one of the drones. Elist coming over, but there's so many Marines here. They don't have 1-1 yet, but they're getting close. He's having to use so many transfuses to hold this location. It's that tempo play that Dream used versus Lucira. He's finding great success with it here again, even though the initial defense was solid. Curious can't hold on to this base comfortably. He can't use his Muse to harass. He's losing Queens even. And there are Widow Mines with more Marine reinforcements here to stop any sort of commitment to killing the siege tank. So this gas is basically wasted.
I love this run by. He's going to be cutting off so many of the reinforcements, and he could also do a bunch of damage. The depot, he gets in, gets us around, and somehow, someway, Dream is going to have to deal with this. He's doing a ton of damage over here, though, to all of the mutants in the sky.
And 1-1 Marine's going to come over here as well as Widow Mine to help defend this. SCV is going to buy time, but I'm really worried for Curious here. He's starting to lose foothold at this location. These Marines have 1-1. The 1-1's just now finishing for Curious, but he's fighting without it for so long. He's got Widow Mine support here, and each Marine has its own personal medevac healer. And that third base is still up and mining for Dream. This gas is missing, and now he's starting to lose drones. This push is taking its toll.
It's doing way too much damage. You know when the pull on the mineral line there happens that it's doing that much damage. And still so many Widow Mines in the back that haven't even gone off. And Curious just not going to be able to go for that attack there. And still just more and more Marines coming across the map. more tanks, more Widow Mines even, and now the hatchery is taking damage.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to force another lift. Widow Mine's coming in, and he's going to be able to pick this tank up and save it because he's got medevacs. So he's now just going to save the tank, reinforce, re-stim, re-heal, and this is just pure mutas. He has 6 lings on the map, a few more just popping out, but he just doesn't have enough. He's taking way too much damage. His hatchery's going to go down, and we're going to be on 3 base versus 2. Curious may have to type out. It looks like we're going to an ace match here, Valdez.
Looks like it, and that's what you get out of SK Telecom. Even if they go down 0-2, they will be able to come back, and 9 medevacs in the sky right now for Dream. That's really what's keeping all of these Marines alive.
This tank has 46 kills. 46. GG.
The mules, GG. It's like as if he even needed to do the mules, but he was feeling it, man. Unbelievable domination there by Dream over Curious. We will be going to that ace match.
You know, watch out for Dream in the GSL. There's only one Zerg left in the tournament. Oh, the thumbs down. Showing some personality here. But man, is this guy on fire. 4-0 in his group. Do not underestimate this player. And that ace match, we're going into it. Are we gonna see Dark or Innovation for SKT?
Or Dream? I mean, Dark and Innovation both did lose today, so maybe the coach is gonna be like, nah, not you guys. Especially because of the high, probability of someone like Bomber coming out who's now 3-0. Would be kind of scary. I want to know what the map actually is.
I can look that up for you actually.
For early, we don't have a sheets today, and
it is
drum roll, please. Overgrowth. Okay.
So Zerg, obviously pretty strong on this map. Much more strong in Heart of the Swarm, I would say, maybe than Legacy, but still a powerful map for Zerg. Curious. Absolutely a possibility if they want to repeat use him. I feel like we might see Super here again, though. He had a really cool build, and maybe he's expecting to see one of these powerful Terrans, Innovation or Dream again, and he just wants to play another PvTs. We're preparing for that matchup. I personally would like to see Super here, to be totally honest, for the Freaks.
Yeah, Super did look quite nice. The only thing I'm worried about is that, he had that one build for Innovation, that he's like done. He's like, okay, I did my job, one game, I had my build. Is he going to be ready for another, to do another build and be solid against any race here? I mean, if they're 100% sure that a Terran is coming out and that he could go for that build again, maybe, but then again, it's a different map.
That's definitely the weakness of it, right? Like, it did seem like that's what Super had planned, is that one build. I mean, you and I were hyping it up in that first game so much, and it just came true. All right, the selections are being made. The lights are about to get dimmed down here, as it all comes down to, yet again for SKT, one player left to go in the ace match. They went to the ace match versus MVP, now versus the Freaks here. Those players are going up on stage.
This is going to be pretty crazy, especially because for this ace match, I'm not 100% who it could be. There's so many different choices for both teams now, which is kind of funny because usually, you get SKT, you're like, okay, they literally could pick any of their starting players, right? Anyone they use today, they could use again.
And other players they didn't use today, they could also use.
You see Myung-Shi come out, well, maybe not him, but like, I don't know, man. There's so many different choices, and I don't even want to call it. I just want to see who it's going to be, and then, draw conclusions from there as to what way this is going to go.
My most hype is the rematch between Innovation and Super. He can get his revenge after what happened. That's what I want to see, but I don't think we will. I can't call it either, Valdez. The players are up and ready on stage. It's time for the reveal for this final best of one. SKT's second in a row. They will face week to week, back to back. The lights are down. Who's it going to be? Let's find out.
Who's it going to be?
I see glasses.
The reveal.
Oh! It's going to be Sue versus Alive.
Okay, well, that's what we were saying. It really could be anyone from the players that came out today or that did not come out today from both teams. And that's what you see. Sue is the choice here, which really is surprising to me. I would expect Dark over him over Zerg, but Dark, again, he did lose. Sue did win. And Alive coming out, we didn't see him today, but, another very strong Terran.
One of the most consistent players for the Freaks, and he's back to his full-powered Wings of Liberty era, looking really strong these days. Sue, playing the same matchup, though. This could go either way.
Yeah, it really could. So, guys, we're going to go to that 10-minute break first. When we come back, that ace match.